Good morning. So, I've had a request to play a little basketball time. So we're going to play this rules as written, right? So the games, I'll assume you're going to create teams or leagues. I'm not going to create a league. I've got teams in here. But I am going to create my own team, and I'm going to play them against the team in the book, right? So let's get in here to basketball time. This is not the latest version. The latest version has the optional strategies. This particular book does not have them. I don't have those in front of me, so I'm not going to use the optional strategies for coaching, right? But the latest version that is available for free has, I don't know, 6, 8, 10 strategies for your teams. Okay, so player creation, we got to create our players. So first off, we're going to be the Rock Island. So Rock Island is one of the cities in the Big Country universe. We're going to be the Rock Island Smashers. Rock Island is houses the largest prison and largest quarry in the region. So we'll be the Rock Smashers, basically, Rock Island Smashers. Head coach, I'll be the head coach, HC, Jay Graham. Our arena, Rock Island Smashers, we're going to play in the rock pile, right? So our arena is going to be called the Rock Pile. Right, okay, so there we go. Now we're going to make our point guard. So here we go, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center, and then our bench is guard, forward, center. They come off the bench. So here we go. Let's hope these all come out well. Wow, we got a superstar point guard. I'm going to give him a name of Riley. Jack Riley. We'll say J. Riley. He is an A. And he's worth 4 points against our salary cap. All right, our shooting guard, 5. Holy cow, he's a B. And he's worth 3 against our salary cap. We're going to make this guy Simon Paul. All right, our small forward, so far so good, 5. Holy cow, we're going to be pretty much a powerhouse if this keeps up. Robert Sarcy. Robert Sarcy. All right, our power forward. I love big men. 4, C+. So we're going to have a C+ here. He counts as 3. I think we're going to be over the cap, but let's keep playing. Let's give him the name of William Bell. There we go. And our center, starting center, is a 4 as well. Wow, we are definitely going to be pushing the cap here. Remember, a plus counts as a full point. So a C+ is every bit as expensive as a B, right? However, a B really helps you in defense. A C+ won't help you on defense at all. So think of a C+ player as an offensive player. A plus player is an offensive player. Our center, C+, we're going to go Josh Wyans, right? We're just making up names. So we got Jack Riley, an A point guard. We have Simon Paul, shooting guard. We have Richard Sarcy with William Bell, and we have Jay Wyans. Okay, our bench now. 2. D, he's worth 1. That'll be Victor Horse with a CE instead of SE. Oh, wow, we got a guy on the bench who is an A4. That is incredible. Coming off the bench, a power forward. Interesting. So why can't he displace one of these two? And remember, in the rules, if you have better guys on the bench, you can't move them up. In the off season, if you lose a player, you can move them up. And of course, I'm going to be over the cap here. I'll probably have to cut somebody. So our forward will be Carl Hughes. And our center, backup center, is 1. Yeah, there we go, an F0. So our backup center will be, I like to give guys who are bad just basic names, like Jones, Smith. So we'll make this, not bad. Well, he's an F, he's bad. I'm going to, no reason to lie about that. Fred Smith. So I like to use like Smith, Jones, etc. when guys are average or just bad. Because they won't be on my team long if I can help it. All right, our salary cap here is going to be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21. So we have literally made the best team in the current league that's available in the league. Where's my cap rules? I think my cap is 15, which means we are way over. We are way the heck over. Where is my cap rules? Your salary cap is 15, and we're at 21. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah. Wow, we got to cut 6. Well, Hughes is a 4. I'm not taking a guy off the bench that's a 4 because next year, if somebody leaves, I'm going to be able to... all right, dang. So here we go. We're going to dump. We're going to have to let... we got to get rid of 6 points. That's 2 3s, and I have a guy on the bench that's a 4, but I like that at forward on the bench. Because if we lose somebody next year, he would move up. I have to lose 6 points. Wow. We got 2 great guards. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to lower them all. So I'm just going to lower them all down to C's. Shoot. So all of these players, we get through camp. I'm going to lower both these guys to C's. So Paul, after camp, turns out he's only a C. Sarcy, C. So that saves 2 points. I got to get rid of 4 more. We're going to take away Wyans. We're going to lower one. These guys are both C+. Dang, those are plus scorers. All right, I'll lower Horse on the bench to an F. That's a point. We got 1 more point, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We got to lose 3 more points. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, shit. We got to lose 3 more points. All right, my center, I'm gonna pull my center down to a D. And that's going to be worth 2 points, I believe. Yeah, 1. So he would be a D1. So my center took a big hit there. I hate reducing guys that are actually created because technically those would be guys in the universe that could be out there as free agents, but I don't have time to, cut them, move them, and I still got to lose 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We still got to lose 1 more point. All to keep a guy on the bench who's an A. But these A guys, man, I don't want to part with A guys. If I just get rid of his plus, that counts as a full point. So we will not have any plus scorers. Now, this would be important if I was using the strategies. Because the strategies, so there goes the point. So we are now at a cap, finally, of 15. Now, traditionally, I think if you're making a league, you'd want to dump those guys into a free agent pool, roll up new players and fit them in. But it's up to you. You're creating your team or teams, right? Now, again, I wanted to make a team that I would slide right into the teams that are already here. All right, so I'm at 15. I'm max. I'm actually going to be the highest rated team in the game on the first rolls here. Okay. Once one has created all 8 players, then you need to roll. If you roll a 6, you got a plus. You get to add to anybody. 2, we didn't. However, I just removed a plus, so I'm not going to put 1 back. So we have 2 F players on the bench. We have a superstar on the bench. Maybe he's injury prone. Maybe he's a rookie. Whatever. We have a superstar at point guard. I'm a big fan of in basketball of point guards being in control of the offense, whether they're penetrators or they're great passers. Whatever. I like an A point guard, but I prefer big men, power forward offenses with guys like Charles Barkley, Karl Malone. I love the big power forward game in the post. I love post play. So anyway, a point guard who can distribute to the post, fantastic. Unfortunately, my best forward is here, and I can't move him up until the offseason. So ironically, if I could get my A point guard and my A power forward to get her on the court, I would happily suffer a couple of D's, right? Because if I have that Stockton Malone matchup, that's kind of cool, right, for me. All right, so there we are. We're done, right? We're ready to play basketball. Okay, so let's go ahead and that's off season. Let's go ahead and get our first opponent. And I'm going to go ahead and find an opponent here. And we're going to play game one. I'm going to roll odd or even whether we're at home in game one. And then I'll just pick a team here. Let's find a team that's fairly close to us in salary. 13. So the highest rated team is 14. So, and again, the salary cap is entirely up to you and your league. You can set your cap at whatever you want to do. What I usually advise people to do is create all their teams and then average their salaries and find out, that way you don't have to spend all your time rolling up teams and then frickin' with ratings. Roll all your teams up, tab all their salaries, and then get the average for those, and that would become your cap. So your teams would already be compliant. Maybe one team would be over, the cap or something. You have to reduce that team. But that's what I would do to set your salary cap. Again, which is kind of what I did here, right? I made up all these teams, and then it set the cap in a way. All right, so we're going to play Unionville. Holy cow, Unionville's a pretty good basketball club. They're coming to our town? I don't know. Let's roll. So odd, we are at home. Yes, it's going to be at Rock Island. So we're going to be in the rock pile. And we got Unionville coming to our house, Rock Island. Okay, now I'm going to play the full. So the book also recommends that you're rolling scores for 4-minute segments. So at the 4-minute mark, the 8-minute mark, the 12-minute mark, I'm going to do full-blown modern basketball. I'm going to roll scores at the 3, the 6, the 9, and the 12. So we know the first score is going to be 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, and 12. So there's my 4 quarters, right? Got my 4 quarters of basketball. This is how I would do to get closer to modern pro basketball scores. That's what we're going to do for this, right? In the new book, it does tell you that's an option. This book, it just tells you right here in what is called the game flow. In this chart, the game flow is 3. So that's going to be the 4-minute mark, 8-minute mark, 12-minute mark for both. You do away first, then the home, then away, then the home, right? And you do that through the whole game until the game is done. All right, the other thing I'm going to do is do our matchups right now. So I'm come down here, and I'm going to put my point guard, my shooting guard, my small forward, my power forward, my center, my guard, forward, center. I'm going to do that for them over here too, power forward, right? Guard, forward, center. So let's go over here and let's do our matchup. So, oh my God, my point guard against his we're going to be dominating. We're in A. Let's get our matchup chart. Where's our matchup chart? And if I do this beforehand in a man-to-man, because this is considered man-to-man, I don't have to worry about doing it during the game. So we have an A versus their D. We're going to be an A. So my point guard will be an A. Shooting guard. My shooting guard, and his point guard will be D versus A's and F. So his point guard is greatly outmatched in this game. Okay, my shooting guard is a C now. Was a B, unfortunately. I had to remove it. C versus their guy. Where's Unionville? Unionville's a B. Ooh, there's where their mismatch is at. C on B is D for us, so we are down to a D for the matchups. And he's a B on D. He's going to be a B. So their shooting guard has the advantage over my shooting guard. Okay, small forward for us is a C. Their small forward is a Dean. He's a 3. Dang it, so we're in the same boat. D for us on small forward. They're going to be a B on small forward. So right now they have advantage in numbers. We have advantage at point guard. Power forward for us is C. He was a C+, no longer C. Their power forward is a C+. So technically, that's going to count as, remember, C+ does not count as a B defense. It's a bonus in shooting. So C versus C is C for us, C for them. So both our power forwards match up really well. My center is a D. Their center is a C. So D on C is D for us. and C on D is C for him. So he actually has advantage at every position but point guard right now. All right, the bench, my backup guard is an F. His is D. So F on D is F for us. And he's going to be D on F. He's a C. So their backup guard jumped a full point against mine. So reducing my bench may prove to be a bad idea. So the sad thing is when you look at this as an owner or slash head coach here, I'm choosing to groom this forward that's an A on the bench. I'm choosing to watch this season maybe unfold in a bad way, trying to get the Hughes up for next year. It's a gamble because next year Hughes could be affected by the offseason, which would be ironic. The kid sitting the bench could degrade, go up, or retire, or move on as a free agent. So I'm risking this season to eventually have Hughes and Riley on the court together, right? So I'm risking that for a shot at a title maybe next year, but who knows? All right, my forward on the bench is an A, right? We just talked about that. Their forward on the bench is an F. So we're going to be A, they're going to be an F. That's easy. So we definitely have advantage there. And we have to hope my forward, he might come in the game quite a bit. I might be lucky enough to roll that forward multiple times. And we have an F versus their D. So again, we're going to be our F versus their D is going to be an F. And they are going to jump up to a C. So there is no doubt they have advantage across the board. All right, so knowing that now, I don't need to look, I don't need to do the matchup for every role. Now, if you're playing with strategies, you can also make adjustments. So for instance, let's say the coach for Unionville was a fast break coach. It would affect the ratings of his team permanently, right? The real ratings stay, but fast break would always have a modifier, right? And that's what I would do if you're using the new game. Make a coach, and that changes the ratings of his players who come on and off his team. However, you could also use them as literally roll-by-roll strategies. You know, hey, I'm going to fast break for this 3 minutes. We're going to run the fast break. I use fast break for my team, modify my team for this set, right? So you can do that. The matchups technically don't change. Even a team, so unless you're using zone strategy, it counts your defense, all of your defensive players as a certain grade, which is good because if you had a lot of low-rated players with pluses, you could run a zone defense, keep your pluses, and watch your defense actually improve if you had a lot of poor players, right? All right, so here we go. And again, remember Unionville gets the basketball to start as they are away. So Unionville here, and we're over here, Rock Island. And we're going to roll. All you're rolling for is points at the 3-minute mark. Here we go. All right, so we already know that we need to find out the player with the ball. We'll know the matchup as it's already determined here, and then we'll roll his score. So it's really nice. This is 10s. This is 1s. We're rolling 11 to 66. All right, so Unionville's first 3 minutes of the first quarter, 16. They're going to see their power forward. Their power forward is a C, and we're going to roll his score. Power forward 5. So their power forward scores 8. Power forward gets 8 points in the first 3 minutes of action. Our power forward is a C here, not too hot as he's schooling. So they must be running a low post offense. All right, our first 3 minutes, so it's 52. It's our shooting guard, who I had reduced. He's a D, folks. I need my point guard involved here, not my shooting guard. And I roll a 3 for my shooting guard. My shooting guard is a D, no plus, so 5 points for my shooting guard. Nice. So we're down in the first 3 minutes. At the 3-minute mark of the first quarter, it's 8-5 enemy. All right, Unionville, what do they do in their next 3 minutes? 22. Their point guard, that's who I want to see, dang it. Their point guard's an F, thank God, 2. 3 plus. There is no plus for them. So their point guard scores just 3 points. That's going to leave an opening for us to catch them at midway through the first quarter. 54, 5 and 4 is point. Oh, shooting guard, dang it, who again I reduced, but 4 is 6 points. So our shooting guard is our leading scorer through the first quarter, 9 points. So we're still down by 2 going into the 9-minute mark. 35 for them is their center. Their center is a C, 3. He's going to score 6 points, so their center gets 6. And that's where the game would normally conclude scoring, right? Old school basketball, you're going to roll 3. Again, I'm playing more modern. 12 is my backup forward, A, coming off the bench. 5, he comes off the bench, does my backup forward, Hughes, and scores 9 points. And there's where I'm going to have, no matter what, every team I face this year, that A will dominate every player coming off the bench. So again, subbed in around the 9-minute mark, or at some point between the 6 and 9-minute mark, my forward comes in, my backup forward comes in and schools their guys, and that may give us the lead. It's 14-17 to 14-18. We're up by 1. So he comes in and he secures us 9 points and gives us a 1-point lead. Final roll of, oh, wow, he got 66. Turnover, they don't score. Turnover, no score for them. So basically a series of turnovers. They end up going on a 3-minute lull. They don't manage to do anything. 66 is a roll you don't want. And hallelujah, that's going to give us a chance at a big lead here. 61 for us is point guard on top of everything. 3, he's going to score 8 points. Our superstar point guard, 8. We're going to be up 9. So they're going to be at 11. They're going to be at 17 points at the end of the first quarter. We're going to be at 9, 18, 27, 17, Rock Island. And now we're seeing that move. My forward, having that star on the bench, grooming him for the future. Unbelievable. And then you can see how my point guard affected play, that A-rated point guard. Unbelievable. All right, second quarter. Now, normally, I reverse them. I'll go over here to Rock Island. I'll play out Rock Island. But I'm going to follow the league rules. I'm going to follow the game flow chart. I'm rolling for them first. So away, always say, oh, my God, they almost turned it over again. 64. 64 is their center. 6, though. Wow, their center is a C. And he scores 9. Holy cow, look at this. Their center fighting to get back into this ball game. It is now 26-27. 31 for us is going to be small forward for us is D. I rolled a 3 on D is 5+. We don't have the plus, so 5. So a plus player would automatically get a 2-point bucket. If you're playing with a 3-point era, you would add 3 points to it, meaning they drained a 3. So that plus would be a 3-point bucket, right? Or an and 1, right? If it's a center, you might say he didn't score a 3. He banged inside and then got a free throw, right? Got a foul and a free throw. If it's a shooting guard or small forward, you want to call that a 3-point bucket. However, in these rules, everything this era, there is no 3-point shot in my base book. 13 is a shooting guard for them. Shooting guard for them. Oh, this is my team. I can't believe that. This is, whoops. So I actually have Unionville here. That's kind of a mistake. And I have my team here, Rock Island. So I kind of should have put those in alignment, so I'm kind of crossing over, which is wanting to mess with my head. 13 for them is the shooting guard. Their shooting guard is a B. Damn, 3. He's going to score 7. So they're fighting. This is going to be a traditionally normal scoring game. 62 for us is power forward, and again, our power forward is only a C. 2, 5 points for our power forward. I want my forward coming off the bench. Whoops. Power forward C, and I rolled what? It was 5 points. All right. 6 points, 6 points. All right, here we go. For them, 52. 5-2 is shooting guard for them. Their shooting guard is a B. Boy, they're using the right guys. 1, though. 5+. He does not have a plus. So their shooting guard has had 13 points in the last few moments. We're going to get 31 is small forward again for us. Our small forward is a D, and I rolled a 4. 4 on D is 6 more for our small forward. All right, right before the half, final 3 minutes. It's going to be 22 for them. That's their point guard. Their point guard is an F. 4 on F is going to be a 5-point. So their point guard still scored 5. And here we go. We need one of our big boys to come in here. 36. C, so our center, who's working at a D, 3 on D is 5+. Center, 5. Okay, they scored, let's see here, they scored 16, 22. They scored 27. It's going to put them at 44 for the half. Is that right? We scored 11 and 11. We scored 22. And that's going to put us at 49. So we're up by 5 at halftime. 44-49, Rock Island. All right, very nice. And right now, our leading scorer is our shooting guard, it looks like. 9. No, our small forward, maybe? 11. Yeah, it's going to be our small forward with 11 points. At halftime, our small forward with 11. For them, it's going to be, let's see here, their center, their shooting guard with 13. So the leader for them is their shooting guard with 13. Us, it's our small forward with 11. Yeah, interesting. And our center's doing all right, too. All right. So 44-49 at halftime. Let's get off on the second here. Let me get a little coffee. So again, if you were employing strategies, it could add pluses to players. It could reduce defenses. Right? You got to be a little more. You're going to be a little more vigilant about noting that. I personally like the games to be this simple. I like the strategies all, especially if I was playing with a friend over lunch or something, head-to-head, we're dropping dice. It's kind of fun. Here we go. But the games are really designed to be solitaire, automated. 32 for them. So 32 is going to be their center. 2, their center is a C. So 2 on C is 5 points for their center. So their center, not bad. 63 for us is going to be our small forward again. And 1. Are you kidding me? My small forward, a D. And we get a 1. Are you kidding? 3 points my small forward, who's leading our team in scoring, but that ain't going to help us keep this lead. It's now 46-52. 32 for them. It's going to be their center again. So they are working the low. They're working the low post. They've got the power forward with 8 points. The center was 6. The center with 9. Oh, so the center led for them. Sorry, the center had 15 points for them in the first half. So their power forward with 8. Their center with 6. Their center with 9. Their center with 5. And their center again 3. And their center is just a C. But they are working my center as a D. C3 is another 6 points. So their center, they are low posting us inside. Or maybe he's getting missed buckets, rebounds, and offensive rebounds, putbacks. Okay, for us, 13. 13 is shooting guard. Our shooting guard is unfortunately now a D. 5, though. 5 on D is going to be 7 points for our shooting guard, who's had a marvelous day. That's going to keep us in the lead here, hopefully. 61, their point guard. That's what I want to see is my point guard impact play. 5, their point guard is an F. 5 on F is 6 points for their point guard. I need to see my point guard or my forward coming off the bench. 24 is point guard for me. 3. A3 is 8 points for my point guard, as they're now both checking each other up. Last 3-minute segment of the third quarter, they're at 51. They're going to be their center again. They are dominating in the low post. 5 for them. C5 is 8 more. I don't know if we're going to keep the lead at this rate, where their center is dominating us. 15 for us is shooting guard again. Damn it. 6, though. Hot diggity. He's hot. D6 is 8 points for my shooting guard. Wow, folks. They scored 11. Let's see here. They scored 17, 25 points for them. And that's going to put them at 69. And we scored 10, 26. We still outscored them, thanks to my point guard. 49 and 26 is what, 75? So it's 75-69 going into the fourth quarter. We are holding on to a 6-point lead. So our point guard has only appeared twice, but he has taken over and he's put up 8 points each time. That's epic. That's epic. Here we go. That's what an A will do for you. 5. 53. They're going to be their point guard getting involved again. 3. Their point guard is an F. See, they're going to lose that matchup if they keep trying to match up their point guard on the right point guard. 4 points for them ain't going to do it. 45 for us. 4 and 5 is center. So our center trying to get into the low post. He is a D. 2 on D ain't going to help us much either. 4. So both teams scored 4 in the first 3 minutes of the fourth. 52 for them is their shooting guard. Their shooting guard is a B. That's the way to go. They can kill us with that. 6 points for their shooting guard. That's not going to be enough to catch up, though. 46 for us. 4 and 6 is power forward, baby. Here we go. He used to be dominant. He's now just a C, but I rolled a 6. 9 points for our power forward. Down low. Holy cow. At the 9-minute mark, we have spread the lead a little bit. 63 for them is their small forward. Their small forward is a B. That's a good way to go. B4 is 8 plus. They don't have a plus, so he's going to score 8. And that's what they need to do. They need to be getting it to their B-men. And for us, 3:33 is our center. Again, back in the action. 4 on D. 4 on D is 6 points for our center, and I think we're going to hold on and win this game. They didn't make enough ground up, I don't think. And 31, small forward for them, going back to their big man. Smart move as he scores another 8. Their small forward scored 16 points in the final 6 minutes of the game. He could be the hero. 51 for us is our center, though. Center banging down, ripping rebounds, gets 6 on D, is 8 more points for our center. And that's it, folks. As that's going to wrap up the fourth quarter. 10-26 for them, their second best quarter. They had a 27-point second quarter, a 26-point fourth quarter. 69, they're going to score 95 points. And we got 13, 19, 27 again. We scored 27 again. So twice we scored 27. And that's going to be 102. So we're going to win this game, folks. 95 Unionville, 102 Rock Island. And we win by, let's see, 7 points. Right? 7-point margin. And let's see, the leading scorer for them, their power forward with 8. Their point guard with 3, 7. Yeah, I think their best man center. It's going to be their center. Their center had 17. Their center had 15, 20, 26, 34. Their center scored 34 points. Oh, that's their center. Whoops. Their center, as a C, scored 34. Big night for their big man. Okay, their power forward scored 8. So their power forward only got 8 points, but that's 42 from their 2 big men. Their small forward scored 16. That's it. The man did not step up, and he started taking advantage late. He must have been trying to drop bombs, right? When you see that, they're like, let's hit him in the wings, let him drop bombs. Of course, there's no 3-point bucket. But you could see how they started to feed their small forward trying to score long-range shots. He got 16, folks. All right, their point guard had 3, 8, 14, 18 for their point guard. Wow. So their point guard did all right. Their shooting guard, 13, 19 for their shooting guard. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys in double digits. And then off the bench, their backup guard, nothing. Their backup forward, nothing. And their backup center, nothing. Wow. So their bench scored no points. So 18, 19, 16. So point guard, 18 for them. 19 for the shooting guard. Their small forward was 16 late, not enough. Power forward only got 8. Their center got 34. All right, my guys. My point guard, A-rated point guard got 8, 16. So 16 from my A-rated point guard, distributing the rock to the center, it looks like to me. Our shooting guard got 9, 16, 24. My shooting guard scored 24. That's nice. Small forward, 5, 11, 14. 14 for my small forward. My power forward, 6. Yeah, 6 and 9. So 15 for my power forward. We'll take that. My center, 5, 9, and 15. Wow, look at that. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys in double digits. They had 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the difference. Our guard, my backup guard, scored nothing. My backup forward scored 9. That's amazing. 9 for my backup. So he came off the bench, and that 9 points turned out to be the difference as we won this game by 7. So off the bench, Hughes scored 9, and that turned out to be the difference between the Unionville and Rock Island. And last but not least, our backup center did not score. So we scored 9 bench points. We had a point guard had 16, shooting guard had 24. So we distributed evenly all around. Coming off the bench, our forward put up 9 points. That turned out to be the difference. Rock Island 102, Unionville 95. This is in basketball time. So we created a team. We got them under the cap. And we played our first game. And the difference is, normally, again, I play 4-minute segments, 4, 8, and 12, right, to represent older, more methodical basketball. But if you want it closer to modern basketball, go ahead and score the game at 3-minute marks for your guys, right? And again, the only thing left out, again, that was rules as written. This version, which is, again, not the current version. The current version has strategies. Nothing else has changed. I just added strategies to the current version. So thank you for watching. This has been Basketball Time. Have a wonderful weekend. Good day.